Okay, quick update. Still injured. I've been for an MRI scan and got the results, and my L2, L3, L4 and L5 are all bulged on the left side. L3 is impinging on a nerve. However, none of these are causing my current problem. The L3 impingement causes a patch of numbness and no sensation on the top of my left leg, which I've had for about 2 years. So at least I know what that is now. I've still got pain in my right leg, still got pain in my right glute and the small of my back, but I don't get much back pain. In this last week I've ended up in a wheelchair twice because the pain was too much. But it is muscular impingement on a nerve. I am going to physio, and I'm under some brilliant physios. I use John Ramsey and his good lady Charlotte McGill, who both work for Stuart Cosgrove in Bolton. And for those that don't know who Stuart is, Stuart was Dorian's physio, so I couldn't be under a better bunch of physios. They must be, to be honest, for bodybuilders, the best in the country. But little improvement, I'm afraid. I get good days and bad days. Sometimes within the same day. I can get up in the morning, be relatively pain-free, and then an hour later I can be absolutely crippled. There seems to be no consistency, and it's proving very difficult to work out what are the triggers. But we'll get there, bit by bit. But I am resigned to the fact that pretty much I'm not really going to be seeing the inside of the gym in any really serious way until January. Might not be a bad thing. I mean, my workload this last week was literally 8 days on the road. Got a quiet week this week, so I'm resting up as much as I can. Then I'm away most of the week after and most of the week after that. So training would be difficult anyway, and running my drug protocols would have been difficult anyway. So this may actually be a sort of blessing in disguise. I must admit, I'd rather not have the disability I've got at the moment. I've had some problems, as you can probably see, with my skin. I started some more aggressive estrogen suppression on the cruise dose that I'm currently just ticking over on. Even that wasn't that severe that it should have caused me problems, but it appears that the oversuppression of my estrogen has caused my progesterone to increase quite heavily, and this is what's causing this bad acne on my face. So I've reduced the aromasin, and it does seem to have helped a little bit, and I'm looking to bring in some progesterone suppression as well. But it may be a case that I just have to accept that I will have high estrogen in cycle and deal with the water retention. We'll see how it goes. And that's really about it on a personal point of view. Very busy with work, but everything else is pretty hunky-dory. On another matter, some of you may know the gentleman, some of you may not. Excuse me a minute. But there's someone who I class as a friend, young man by the name of Darren, is currently in hospital. Now Darren is a disabled bodybuilder, and he's currently in intensive care. Darren has a lot of illnesses, some quite severe, and to be quite honest, his illnesses are terminal, but he is one of the most driven blokes I'd ever met, and he is actually a great inspiration to me, because that guy puts up with all sorts and keeps on trucking. So, if you don't know Darren Winfield Stansby, and you've never heard of him, I suggest you look him up on Facebook. And I'd appreciate everybody and anybody giving this guy some support, because he is in a really bad place at the moment. He's not doing well at all, and I know the more support he gets, the more it will encourage him to fight this through. I am hoping to go and see him, but I doubt I'll be allowed to with him being in intensive care. But hopefully something can be sorted. That's it really. So please look up Darren and offer your support, and otherwise I'll keep you posted, guys, but there isn't really much to say, to be quite honest. It's all a bit sat at home and doing nothing sort of job. I promised my good lady and myself in a way that I won't train this week. I'll give it some time and see if the non-training and the high anti-inflammatories I'm currently running will help and I can get some improvement. And hopefully, like I say, things will slowly start to improve and I can get back to doing what I do. Okay, take care everybody, and I'll speak to you soon.